Hey guys, here for another video. Today we're looking at someone named Lindsaycapuano. I don't even know. Fucking Al Pacino. I've been watching a lot of Italian movies, so maybe her last name's influenced by Martin Scorsese film. So maybe, I don't know, maybe she killed a couple people, you know, put them in the fishies and all that. But like always, this is a request. I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up. This is gonna be a short video. When it's a shitty OnlyFans, it's just not much to talk about, unfortunately. But I'm just gonna talk about her social media a little bit, just to give you guys a little bit of background, who she is. Maybe you guys like big white asses and might want to see if her OnlyFans is worth it or not, hence why this video exists and has some value. So she does have an Instagram account with 3.5 million followers. Cool. She has a TikTok. Cool. Definitely look at her TikTok. Spoiler alert. It is very, very similar to what she has on her OnlyFans, which is pretty bad, right? Now, I'm pretty sure people are following her because she has two big personalities, and we're not talking about a personality disorder. We're talking about her two tumor booties. So I get it. People like big asses. That's cool. They probably want to see them cheeks get clapped. I totally understand that. And obviously, when you look at her social media, you look at her videos, you look at the way she kind of lives her lifestyle or promotes herself, obviously she's trying to capitalize herself on being a sexual object. So if I see X person make an OnlyFans while they're promoting themselves to be kind of the sexual object, or embracing that they got that, you know, good juicy old booty, then I'm probably gonna expect to see something rated R in their OnlyFans naturally. Now, I did kind of find something interesting. She does have a Lindsaycapuano music account, so I decided to click on it, and it says music account for Lindsay Capuano, Shotgun Love, dropping February 1. And I was like, oh shit, okay, she's a multi-talented hoe. That's kind of cool. She's pursuing other avenues. I always say, I personally respect people that use OnlyFans to elevate themselves to their personal goals, right? For me, and again, this is just my opinion, you know, it could be right or wrong depending on your perspective, but for me specifically, it's like okay, cool. Most people hate their jobs, right? If you're sitting in an office for 5 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, sure, you're making good money, but obviously you want to become quote unquote your own boss, right? Obviously, most people want to be able to kind of go to work whenever they want. They want to be able to, you know, chase their passion, chase their dreams. And their dreams is that office job, cool, but some people have other aspirations. So I always say people have their OnlyFans and use that to elevate their other aspirations. I personally respect that more. So I decided to look around, and I go to YouTube and just like Google her name. I even type in like music, and I'm like, where's this song that she's dropped? Where's Shotgun Love? I want to see Shotgun Love. I want to see this woman, you know, start singing Susan Boyle songs, but I couldn't find anything. So again, I don't know if she's one of those girls where she's like you know, and people definitely see this where they put their whole resume on their like Instagram, like entrepreneur, day trader. Definitely see that a lot, especially like I think with one name, Honey Drip or whatever. She's like entrepreneur, but it's like you have that Instagram account for over like 2 years, but you haven't done anything. I don't see any entrepreneurship. Again, maybe it's just for the looks, and maybe it's that. But hey, if she does that, good luck with that. So she doesn't have TikTok. Definitely take a look at it, because I will be using that as a reference to describe what is on her OnlyFans. So let's just talk about her OnlyFans. So right when you get it, says subscribe for my exclusive, never before seen photos and videos. Fire emoji, sweet. Shout out to, you know, Hayatullah. Instagram has become pretty strict with what kind of content can be posted. Here we won't have to worry about that. Enjoy my loves. Okay, I understand. By seeing that description, it's like, okay, cool, I'm probably gonna see some rated R, some rated X content, right? She even says it's pretty, you know, Instagram's pretty strict, so I'm just gonna post things aren't that strict. Here, obviously, when I see that, it's like, okay, maybe we're gonna get some type of uncensored content, right? Probably gonna get content that's not similar to her OnlyFans. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Now, in terms of pricing, it is $19.99 a month. I fortunately got it for $5. And what I do with OnlyFans requests is that, obviously, if I get 100 requests, I'm gonna look at the ones that are on sale, because why not, right? Why am I gonna spend $20 when I could spend $5 to give you guys, you know, that review before you guys even spend that $20? So that's kind of how I do things. So in terms of content, she does have 37 photos and 16 videos. In terms of photos, if you guys are expecting to see nudity, you're not. Most of the photos are just her in thongs, and you're just seeing her ass. You even get to see her nipple, but it is censored with a heart emoji, so there is nothing rated R. And I get it, you know, sure, some people may want to see her in a thong, may want to see ass pics, but honestly, if you look up big juicy white asses on Google and then compare those images to what she has on her, you know, her OnlyFans, I wouldn't see any difference, considering that she doesn't show even her face in most of the pictures, so there isn't really anything special in terms of the pictures, in my opinion. Now, in terms of videos, it is 16 videos, 26 seconds the longest one, 13 seconds, 11 seconds, 11 seconds, 10, 9, 9, and then starts whittling down to 3, 3, 2, and 1 second videos, which I personally find pathetic. And one thing to keep in mind, and I think this is something to keep, you know, for everyone in mind, is like, how long have they had their OnlyFans, right? Maybe she's only had her OnlyFans for like 3 days, 4 days, and maybe this content is just, you know, she's diving her toes into it, but she's had her OnlyFans since November 12th of 2019. So when I see that's like, okay, this is all the content you've had for over 2 years worth of data or a year and a half worth of data, I just don't really see the value in that. Again, this is just my opinion. It's just, you know, treat it like a job, right? Obviously, I can kind of tell what your work ethic is like if you haven't like done your music, if you haven't done a lot of OnlyFans, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of simps trying to get her OnlyFans or do cop her OnlyFans or do spend a lot of money in the DMs to get those extra OnlyFans content, but I am reviewing the base sub, and the content in the base sub is just not good. In terms of the content of the videos, it's just a lot of ass shaking. There isn't anything good. It's kind of like what I said earlier. Look at the TikToks. They're very, very similar. It's just her kind of shaking her ass, just twerking a little bit. Now, I get it. If you guys think a 3-second video of her shaking her butt is good, I get it. If you guys think a 1-second video of her shaking her butt is really good, I totally get that. People have their preferences. People have their likes. But for me, when I see all these OnlyFans girls, I always say, like, what am I getting my bang for my buck, right? Why am I going to spend $5 or $20 on her sub when there's another girl that has a just as good as an ass but does like hardcore radar content for a very good price? And I'm not too keen on prices as long as the content is there to back it up and I see the effort in that. But again, most of the videos are just a couple seconds and it's just her twerking and there isn't anything too special. Now, one thing I will say, in DMs right when you get it, it says, hey, thanks for subscribing to my OF. Hope you can enjoy and stay subbed. If you'd like additional content, just tip me $25. Now, if I don't know about you guys, but if I paid $20 to get her sub, right? And then I get that's like, wait, what am I paying $20 a month for? I'm just getting these like 1 second, 3 second, 5 second videos that you don't really post consistently, and it's very similar to your TikTok, but you want me to pay more? I'd rather just have this whole thing be for free and then maybe pay more. But personally, in my opinion, a good OnlyFans is that you have a very good amount of content in your base sub, and obviously you do sell some more radar rate X things in the DMs that are more exclusive, but obviously I don't see the point in investing in her if the base sub doesn't really feel like she's investing in that. So overall, if it's worth it or not, definitely not. Definitely one of the worst OnlyFans. For $5, thank God I had it for that price. I could tell you guys that. For anyone that's willing to try to spend $20, please rethink it. There's a lot of girls that have a very good OnlyFans for an even cheaper price than $20 and offer a lot more, and I just don't really see the point of getting that in my opinion. I always say in my opinion because some girls are like, that's slander, you said this and that. It's like, no, I've seen enough OnlyFans to kind of have an idea what a go at OnlyFans is like, right? Like Aruba Jasmine, that video didn't get a lot of views, but it's a very good OnlyFans for the base sub. She offers so much content. BB's World, that's another OnlyFans I reviewed, offers so much content in the base sub. And I always say pricing isn't too much of a, you know, issue as long as the content's there to back it up. So like always, guys, please leave a comment below if you guys have any suggestions. Google form in the description. I do take every single request if I have not done it. Again, I'm on a budget. I spend my own money and all this stuff. And sure, $5, $20, $30, $50 may not seem a lot at once, but again, when I'm getting 5 different OnlyFans accounts every week, it starts adding up to a couple $100s, and it's like, damn, that's a lot of milk, that's a lot of crayons, that's a lot of shit in the Dollar Tree if you really think about it. But I do appreciate you guys watching for this video. Please give it a like, please give it a subscribe, or I will kill myself.